What's going on, guys? In this video I want to cover a couple of setups towards the middle end of the day, realistically kind of going into lunch. We had a fantastic just algo driven long, right? It was just essentially we went into lunch, we started to round the bottom a little bit, and then essentially we just ran higher all day. So good little dead cat bounce there, coming off of the CPI numbers for the bulls, much needed, kind of a feel good feeling. Anytime market kind of pushes up higher, I think everyone feels a lot better. Sun seems to shine a little bit more. People are happy. They got smiles on their faces. So hopefully you guys were able to make some cash. But kind of going into lunch, we were getting some choppiness action with a little bit of pullback. And I actually played a few trades to the downside. So what we're looking at the 1 minute time frame. Just so we can get down into the nitty gritty and kind of see exactly how these candles were forming. Now, I use a 20 SMA on all my time frames. I use it as a trend, like a trend trading moving average, right? So I kind of want to be on the right side of the trend, more or less. So if we're trading below the 20 SMA, then I'm typically looking for shorts. If we're trading above the 20 SMA, I'm typically looking for longs. It is what it is. Now you're going to see here, again, multiple setups here on a 20 SMA 1 minute. Here's a 20 SMA 1 minute setup here that paid. Here's a 20 SMA 1 minute setup here that paid. Here's another one that paid. But I want to focus on this one here because personally for me, I took this trade. So not only did I take this trade here short, right, for a few points, about 5 points, I was looking at back testing into the 20 SMA, kind of creating a little bit of a flag. Typically on my flags, I like to see at least 2-3 candles of potential push up, right? So you get your 20 SMA 1 minute here. You get your confirmation, which is your entry, and then you get a one candle push up, two candles push up, gets rejected at the 20 SMA. Could be telling you that we're coming back down. This third candle kind of stops right here at this trend line. So now I've got a 2 point touch point, okay? And all I'm telling myself here is if we break down through the trend line, I can go short, okay? Again, scalp. So what I'm looking at here is I can take it one of two ways. And there's no right or wrong way to do this to take entry, but here's the two ways that I do it. Sometimes I will allow the trend line to get broken and put in a new low, and then I'll wait for a following candle. Typically that's best, but I'd be a fool to tell you that sometimes I don't take the first breakdown of the trend line or of the flag, right? Whatever you want to call it. In this particular case, I got in as soon as we broke this flag, and you can see here entry is probably going to be around 21,332, and then it shoots all the way down to 21,327 before next candle opens up and shoots down to 313. Now I didn't capture all the move because I'm just looking for scalps, 5-10 points. A lot of times playing one mini contract, so that's going to be anywhere between $70 and $100 depending on where I can get out. So if I can knock through 2 or 3 of those trades a day, we're upwards of $200-$300 on the day's session. And realistically, when it comes to funded accounts, I just look to get around $200, $300, and then kind of lock it up and then move on to another account. So that was one setup there. Now once we put in this new low, we started to chop around, we started to bounce, 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 bounce. Again, what am I thinking? My thought process is I'm still trading below the 20 SMA, so the trend is still down. So where can I find another one of these flags? Well, we put in this low, we bounce, we back test it. So now I've got 2 touch points. We put in another, not a low, but we put in another red candle here, kind of stays above the trend line. Then we bounce, we chop, we chop. Looks like this candle wants to spike up and take out the 20 SMA and then immediately closes on the inverse hammer. This candle here is what really got me excited because with this much momentum, 23 points on a 1 minute candle, you would think that there was going to be some strength from the bulls to maybe pop this back over trend, and it got very weak. So you can see here this trend line that I'm drawing, or flag, or whatever you want to call it, we're creating a nice little floor, right? And then you're going to see here at 8:42 Pacific Standard Time, we break through. So same kind of deal, right? You can allow it to break through, close, and then take the next 1 minute candle when we confirm the low of the breakdown, and then you can ride that for 5, 10, 15 points, whatever you want to do, or you can get short through the flag at any point in time. Again, just keep in mind that sometimes when you take the first initial breakdown on the flag, sometimes it'll wick you in and then it'll shoot all the way back up. In a situation like this, realistically, you know, what would be a stop? Your stop loss on this would be something like this, little swing high, or you can go all the way here to this swing high. It's got to be something like that, right? As long as we're staying in this range, you got to kind of hold it and just, you know, bite your tongue. Those would be your stops. And then when you're taking this move, sometimes when it closes below the flag and then confirms, you know, your stop loss is going to want to be like above the breakdown candle typically, because if we get back over, then, you know, we could be going back up to the upside. So keep that in mind as well. Again, sometimes, you know, you can take entry. Let me move this out of the way. Sometimes you can take entry here, you know, and you think you're doing a good job because you're waiting for it to confirm, and then it just wicks in and then shoots back up. Again, like, I really want to stress that, you know, trading is just all probabilities, guys. What you're doing is trying to identify where is the potential trend going, or where's the potential price of the stock moving, and then how can I get in and manage my risk and try to make some money at the same time. That's it. And then you're just repeating the process over and over and over and over and over again. Another setup that I did take, because I do want to show it to you now. I wish I would have, look at this move. I wish I would have ridden this all the way up. You know, of course, I'm an idiot and I'm human and I didn't. But I did take this trade. So once we were trading below this 20 SMA for the, you know, pretty extended period of time here, you know, about 30 minutes, 40 minutes or so, we reclaimed, okay, the 20 SMA on a 1 minute time frame. So you could play this two ways. You can play this where if we confirm the reason why, which is here at 906, you can take this long. It's also one of those little flags, right? Because if you look at this, we close over the 20 SMA, so potentially change in trend. I'm going to take the top wick, I'm going to drag it down here, and you can see a little bit of a flag, right? So now what do I want to be doing? I don't want to be going short, because for one, we're back over the 20 SMA and we've kind of pulled back and we've tested it and we've held. So if we pop through, I can, you know, squeeze a couple of points, a couple more, because your entry on this is 21,293 and the high is around 21,297. So you can actually squeeze out, you know, an extra 3-4 points. And when you're scalping, squeeze an extra 3 to 4 points on a move, especially when you're playing one mini or two minis, is all the difference, right? I mean, you can really increase your P&L. The other way is just to allow the 20 SMA play pivot candle to get confirmed, which is here, and you would still be entering on this candle. You just be entering about 3 to 5 points higher. Again, no right or wrong way to do it. It's all about managing your risk. Stop loss on something like this, if you're going to take the second entry on the candle that confirms the high, is going to be your previous 1 minute candle. And then if you take it on something like this kind of flag breakdown here, it's going to be the same thing, right? So same thing, or, you know, any close below the 20 SMA, but you're kind of giving up a lot of points here. I would kind of maybe use, you know, one of these two lows as a potential stop to kind of protect you, and then you just basically sit in the trade and see if it works out. Hope you guys enjoy this video. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Remember, patience, and stop doing stupid shit, guys. We don't want to, you know, keep spinning our wheels in the mud all of 2025. New year, let's stay focused. Let's follow our rules. Let's stick to our rules. You know, let's be calm and patient, and let's just try to stack winning days. You know, we win enough days, we're going to win the week. And if we win enough weeks, we're going to win the month. So with that being said, make sure to like on the way out, hit the thumbs up. Also leave a comment. Let me know how you guys did today. I'm very curious to know how you guys did today. And with that being said, I'll catch you guys all on the next YouTube video.